What is up, everybody? The game in front of you is called Europa Concept. It's created by India developer Quickfingers as part of the 7-day first-person shooter challenge. And this is a game jam where a bunch of game developers came together and tried to make a first-person shooter. Each one of them tried to make a first-person shooter in under 7 days. And Europa, of all the games from that competition that I tried, Europa is honestly my favorite. And it'll be very clear why. One of the biggest things, like, you can see right off the bat is it's uber polished. Very good presentation, very good graphics, very good gameplay, and very good movement. It's a very good looking game. Plays really well, the audio is really good. Everything about the presentation is really just excellent. And you can kind of see what's going on. The player starts out crash landed on Europa, which of course is a moon of Jupiter. And right now I'm just scavenging around the site to look for like information. You can see, looking at the black box, you can garner the information that the flight has actually crash landed on the planet, and it was supposed to be the first manned mission to the surface. One of the first gameplay aspects is actually a sort of Minecraft-esque building system, where using lots of different parts you can actually build certain objects. And that's part of the reason why I'm collecting all this scrap metal. Here's a case that I can't actually open yet because I don't have the code. But that's part of the reason why I'm collecting all this scrap metal, so that I can build stuff later using that bot. So I actually played through this game a couple of times, and sometimes I actually lost because I didn't have enough scrap metal. You'll see why scrap metal is so useful later. There's a scanner. The way the game tells you where to go next is when you use the scanner, it'll detect like anomalies and points of interest. So this is kind of like the guiding system. Although the game is very much open, it kind of drops you into the environment and says to you, well, figure out what's happening, figure out how to do stuff, and figure out what's going on. You can loot all the destroyed items in order to build stuff later. Now, this sort of a pad actually tells you that you can use the builder bot to create a vehicle. So once I gather all the necessary ingredients, I'll probably go back and build that vehicle, but there's still one more thing that I need to get, which is the code for the secure case. I need to figure out where that is and find that. There's the code for the secure case. And we will figure out what is inside that secret case. And there it is, the rifle, which is the only weapon in the game, but I can actually equip it. Now I can use the builder bot to create that vehicle that we saw. Now, one of the first things I need to do is I need actually more fuel than what I have, so I can combine hydrogen and oxygen to create that fuel that I need. And this is actually quite reminiscent of real life, because in real life rocket fuel, the primary components are hydrogen and oxygen. And if you see like the huge booster rockets, some of them are filled with hydrogen and some of them are filled with oxygen, combined explosively. I'll just kind of wait here and let the bot create the stuff. Now I kind of want to say, like, the movement system in this is really realistic. It feels like the character has a lot of weight. When he runs, like, the camera shakes, and his strafing is actually much slower and more awkward than running forward, just like it would be in real life. I know a lot of games have, like, the same strafing speed as running forward and stuff. You can actually sprint. The only thing that I guess is a bit realistic is the gravity, because you can jump very, very high. But of course this is a different planet, so gravity is not necessarily the same. Now here you can see all of that scrap metal finally coming to use in creating ammo for the gun, because it doesn't automatically come with ammo. You have to build as much ammo, create as much ammo as possible, because trust me, I will need it later. We'll use that scanner that I forgot to activate. Now the physics in this is kind of an immersion breaker because it's a bit awkward, but to be honest, it's not that big of a deal. You get to the destination pretty fine. Reminds me almost like the vehicle physics of Mass Effect, which were very, very glitchy. So actually, one of the strange things is, like, I'm pretty sure that the device said that this was the first manned mission, so why is all this stuff here? And that will come up later in the story. Now, the first time I came here and activated this console, I didn't have the gun, so I was very, very unprepared for what was about to happen next. I just got slaughtered by the Horde. They're pretty tough, so I'm going to try and kite them a bit. AI is, I guess, pretty dumb, but honestly, like, since this is an indie game created by one person in 7 days, I'm not expecting this to be some kind of revolution in technology. Trapped in here. Escape. My getaway vehicle and ready. You guys as they run towards me. Relentless. I don't think I have enough ammo to get rid of all of them. Use this first aid to heal up a bit. So now I should be able to use the scanner to figure out where my next point of interest is. Clearly the physics are not helping me out. Although I'm getting pretty lucky this far. Looks like my luck has run out. Can't do much about that. Just have to run on foot the way. Now, I think I mentioned earlier the character has a lot of weight. Like, you can literally feel him running. Like it's a real person running across like the ground or whatever when he jumps and stuff. It's somewhat of an annoyance. It's a shame it wasn't a flip feature. You can see his legs. That's actually a feature that's kind of rare in first-person shooters. Great looking skybox. You can see the planet in the background. Get inside this little base here. And there's a person on a chair awaiting us, ominously. That person is me. What is going on? I have no idea. Looks like there's not much else I can do here to leave. It's kind of strange. And that is Europa. I probably said at the beginning that I mentioned that I really like this game. One of the things is that the presentation is so great. The graphics are great for something that was created in only 7 days. It's really amazing what this guy has accomplished. And also the fact that like the design is just so solid. It drops you into this mysterious planet and kind of just says, figure stuff out, and lets you go through that trial and error process, but also feel like you're actually trying to survive, and that you as a person are trying to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of air of mystery and confusion, and I guess sort of general intrigue, like what's happening. Why am I sitting in the chair? I thought I was me, playing as me. And what is up with that horde? Where did they come from? Now, one of the cool things about this concept is like the developer mentioned that since a lot of people emailed him and talking about how much they liked this, he's actually going to turn this into a full game, and he has a video uploaded for it, so you guys should definitely check that out. And this is Europa, like I said once again, my favorite game from the 7-day first-person shooter challenge. Definitely check it out, and the link is below in the description. Signing off, this is Indie Game Impressions.